Number 4, to speak something. To speak something by the Lord and for the Lord. No need to say in and with the Lord. You just speak. Don't just speak to the Lord. You have to speak in the Lord, with the Lord, by the Lord, for the Lord, to something. You may say, there's no person in your room. You have desk. You have pillows. You have blankets. Speak to the blankets. I mean it. I really mean it. I believe now, by the Lord's mercy, most of us don't have PET, P-E-T, right? If you still have P.E.T., speak to your P.E.T. Little doggy, let me tell you, oh, the enjoyment of Christ is so sweet. Amen. Speak. I really hate to have dog, cats. If you put one dog or cat in my bedroom, I just cannot sleep. I would even run away. I would move out of the bedroom to sleep in the restroom. But there is a good point. If you have a dog without anyone else, you can speak to him. Speak to the doggy. Some have birds. Speak to the birds. Don't think I'm joking. Oh, you can find out this thing in the Old Testament. Right? Some homes of the saints, right, do have some living fish, small, swimming, right, in a little ocean there. If you don't have me and others to speak to, you just speak to those living fish. Learn to speak. Yeah. I'm not joking. Christians should altogether not be dumb. We all have to be bubbly, welling up. No need to say, if you can or you would speak to birds, small fish, dog, cat, right? Surely, if there's a living person in front of you, or behind you, or beside you, you would speak. In order to train yourself into a habitual thing of speaking, you better speak to dogs, cats, birds, and fish. You may say, I don't have this kind of animals. At least you have some flowers. Right? Trees. If you don't have this, I tell you, not one house that doesn't have door. You speak to the door. You speak to the window. You speak to the wall. Right? To speak to the rocks. To speak to the bricks. Learn to speak. Don't think I'm joking. You can try. When you speak, what? You flow. Right. When you speak, something of the Lord flows out. Don't forget, look at the water hose. When the water flows out, that means it flows in. How much the water flows in, it all depends upon how much it flows out. the quantity of water that flows out measures the quantity of water that flows in. This means what? This means how much you throw out the living water. Just that much you drink of it. I can say strongly, tonight many of you can testify, probably for a long time, at least few days, you've been thirsty. I would rather change the word thirsty. You've been dried up. You know why you've been dried up in these days? Just because you don't speak. You don't speak. That means you don't flow. Am I right? Okay. Practice this kind of speaking. Amen. It sounds very funny, but very practical.
Amen. Right.
Then you have to preach the gospel to unbelievers. See? Number one. The number two, you have to speak the truth to the believers. In other words, you have to speak the gospel to the unsaved, and you have to speak live to the saved ones. Then, let me tell you, you have to speak in the meetings. In the meetings, you have to speak.